a live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Houston Cougars and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So the Houston Cougars offense will go to work first. And we get our first look at Connor Wigman. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your...
Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kansas State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this in tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The give on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Hands it off on the counter. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Finding some room. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Takes a hit as he fires. Soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Got enough for the 1st. Turning it on. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the 1st half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good 1st half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Harris. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Johnson wants to throw it. Now improvising. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to...
There's a crease.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wide receiver going in motion. They feed him again. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
DB's right up on the receivers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. On the move. Makes a grab and room to run. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside. It's Harris. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Johnson looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Has it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, it's
so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option, the normal way, with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gonna run it. It's Sanford. Picks up the first down. There's some room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Here's the pressure. Safe completion on the screen. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires to the tight end. Timeout taken here. Second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Oakley. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 11 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's USC with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me, Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled, turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the second half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient.
Snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris. They didn't get a push at all on that that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Motion from the wideout. Caught behind the line. It's White. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Yeah, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Johnson looking to throw. Got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And they got it.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Just Listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Harris. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Harris. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Johnson wants to throw it. Makes a catch. Shakes off the defender. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the defense drags him down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here we go. Ready. Running inside. It's Harris.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead.
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call, quite fortuitous for this offense. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Hughes. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here comes the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the air, it's Wegman. They've got the screen set up. At the 45, on his way. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Cougars have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Sanford. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Timeout taken here. 2nd one called by Kansas State. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Running the red zone. It's Sanford. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might be changing the route. Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Off the play fake. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the...
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.